Hi, I'm Eric Gimbal, ericgimbal.com, and today I'm going to present you the Fujifilm X-T2. Thank you very much to photosura.com for lending me this camera so soon because it just came out. And please visit the website photosura.com. Although they are in the Canary Islands in Spain, they do send material all over the world. I never do some advert for them, but it's true that they never tell me what I should say about the cameras. They always let me, even if I nag about the camera, they don't mind. I mean, they understand that I have to say what I think about the product, and they don't tell me, they don't school me on what I should say or not say. And I thank them very much about this. So please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/ericgimbal, my website ericgimbal.com, and if you have any question, you can send me an email to info@ericgimbal. Okay, I'm on the move. I'm going back to live in France. I will still come to Spain and the rest of Europe, but I have no armchair left. I just have a small chair. It's very late at night. Everyone is packing here, so I will move myself the zoom so you have some kind of close-up. Okay, so I'm going to start giving you some details, some data about this camera. I'm also trying a small microphone on here, a tiny microphone. I have both sound recording, so I will decide which one is the best. I'm not sure which one you will listen. Okay, but I think I want to try some new thing to better beat the sound of on my video. Okay, let's start. Well, this Fujifilm is brilliant. If you've seen my review about the XproO 2, I was very hard criticizing Fujifilm about the tool they've made. I think it was not the right tool, but this one, I must say, I'm seduced. I think the camera is brilliant. For me, it's probably the best APS-C format camera there is right now on the market. I will even say that it's better than many full frame cameras we see around. Okay, so the specs. Okay, I will put some videos and pictures at the same time as I speak. I will probably not stop on specific pictures because I must say the quality is so brilliant that I will concentrate more about speaking about the specs, what I like, I don't like. And you will see the pictures, and I must say this is a Fuji quality picture, which is always a very good quality of the image. Okay, and the video too is fine. I'll get a bit more into the video a bit further. Okay, so the specs, as I said, this is the APS-C format. It's a 24.3 megapixel sensor, which is for mirrorless is quite a serious size already. Okay, there is a sensor cleaning. It has dual memory card slot. So this is really when you realize this camera, this is not a toy. This is pro stuff. I mean, dual slots. It also you can use the latest type of SD card. So this is really thought for professional. Okay, I mean, or advanced amateur, but I mean this is thought for someone who's going to do intensive work or photography with it. Okay, if you have a dual slot, don't forget that if you do like crucial photography like weddings or sport or something you cannot repeat, having two cards is something that is really brilliant. Okay, obviously those JPEG and RAW, I mean I say it, but it's obvious, but I still say it. Okay, the ISO, it goes from 200 ISO to 12,800 native, and you can extend it to 100 ISO or 25,600 or 51,200. So as you can see on some pictures, the quality of the high ISO is quite good. It's very acceptable, more than acceptable. I think the quality is fine. Okay, it's fine, it's good. You have image stabilization if you use OIS lenses, compatible lenses. I don't know if only Fuji does the OIS, and if there are other make brand that can actually go on the Fujifilm. I'm not a Fuji expert, but if you use the OIS lenses by Fujifilm, then it will be stabilized. Okay. The shutter, you have two shutters actually. You have a mechanical one that goes from 30 seconds to 8,000th of a second, which is a pro speed. Okay, it has a life that's given to do 150,000 actuations. So as you can see, this is not just a middle of the range camera. This is some serious stuff there. Then you have an electronic shutter that go from 30 seconds to 32,000th of a second, which is quite fast. Depends on what you need to do, but it's really, really fast. Flash synchro, 250th of a second, which is like some kind of standard, but many are just on 200 of a second, or 160th of a second. So I think 250th is quite fine. Then you can do in JPEG 14 images per second, and if you're in RAW you can do 8 images per second. Actually, I will show you how to get 11. Anyway, actually what I present you here are 3 products. You have a body, then you have a lens, but then there's something important that Photosura told me: you must get this with you because it gives you some more feature in the camera, which is the grip. Okay, this is a grip. This is not just a small grip to do vertical picture. It has many things in there. By the way, I don't know when you are seeing this video, but for the launch of this camera, if you buy the kit and the grip, you have $100 or 100 euros cash back. So don't miss this opportunity to have the grip, because it gives you some more extras for the camera. Okay, I will speak about it later. Specific thing that the grip does. Okay, and okay, the camera lets you do many things, and very often when we're making pictures, like professional making picture or advanced amateur, there are some moments he has no much time to decide what's the best configuration. So this is gives you many option of bracketing. You can bracket the exposure, bracket the film simulation. You know that Fujifilm has always make analog films, so they use the same words name when you want to give an aspect to your picture, like Provia, Velvia, and all this. Okay. Then you can do a bracketing on dynamic range, on the ISO, on the white balance. All this you can do bracketing on. So it gives you quite a bit of flexibility at the time of making the right picture for yourself and for your client. Okay. Focusing. You can do continuous autofocus. You can do single autofocus, and you can do manual focusing. Okay, in case obviously you use autofocus, you have 91 dots, focusing dots, which is quite a lot, and you have contrast detection and phase detection, and also you can also have configured to have a face detection. So many options like the face, or the right, just one eye, or the right eye, the left side. You decide actually where the autofocus should be done. So this is quite extensive. It's not a simple, it's not a basic toy. It gives you many options. Okay, the camera can do time lapse. You can do the flash can do high sync. So by the way, when you get the camera, you will see that there's a flash hot shoe here, but actually there is no integrated flash. Well, on this camera, Fujifilm gives you a very small flash, the same as Olympus does. You actually put it in there, so you can very small. It's like the same power more or less that you would have with a built-in flash. Okay, but actually when I saw that solution on the Olympus, I thought that it was a pity, no? But then after you realize you almost never use these kind of flashes, so it's better to have it in your bag than getting more weight and space on your camera. So I think this is the right solution to have these small flashes. When I used to have the Canon 5D anyway, I had no integrated flash, so it was no problem. Okay, the screen is 3-inch screen. You can actually move it this way. Okay, you can also move it this way. Okay, and very strange, you actually a small release button here. You can move it this way, but just this way. I didn't manage to move it the other way, so it's not actually you can not rotate everywhere as you want. Okay, it's limited. I suppose Fujifilm bet on this because it's more safe. It will live longer, because I think maybe when you have something that swivels completely, the cable in there may get burnt quite soon, or after 2 or 3 years, and you're not in warranty anymore. So I think this is a good option, okay? But at the time of using it, obviously I prefer to be able to move all the way. What I don't like is, what I miss is actually that it's not a touchable screen. It's a pity, because I think it's very handy, not just for reviewing picture, but also to decide when you're doing like some situation you want to make the focusing with your finger, or even press and release the shutter. I think it's a good option to have a touchable screen. They decided not to do it. Well, their decision. I think this camera is brilliant anyway, so I suppose they will make some better thing. They will add it on the version 3 maybe. Okay, we all know that many people upload Fujifilm pictures, but many people nag actually about the way they do movies. I mean, the camera, they're not really there for movies. Well, that's over. With this camera, they actually made really something new on the movie side. I mean, you have a button you actually see before you start recording how it's going to be and all this. I think it's good. But the good big point is that they really decided to move into a movie attacking the competition, because they offer 4K video, and not everyone offers 4K video, and they do. So 4K lets you do 30, 25 and 24 frames per second, and the file can last 10 minutes. Many people ask me, why is there a limit, well, like 10, 20 or whatever minutes of each file? Basically, many people think it's due to overheating the sensor. Actually, it's not for this. I mean, maybe it used to be this way, but the real reason is a tax problem. Actually, video cameras pay more tax than a photography camera. So if the recording time would be over this, there would be different tax. This is why it's limited, okay? So if you limit on 4K is 10 minutes. On Full HD, you have 60, 50, 25, 24 frames per second, 15 minutes limit. And on HD, you have 60, 50, 30, 25, 24 frames per second, and a limit of 30 minutes. When I speak about 24, actually, frame per second, there is an option of it's actually 23.98. I think, I'm not exact, so I rounded, but actually you have these pro formats and speed. Okay, so I invite you to check a Fujifilm website to check the exact specs. Okay, filters, yeah, they have some included advanced filters, like the miniature filter, color pop, soft blurring for faces, all this. This is something I think if you shoot in RAW you actually don't need, but many people actually want to have the picture ready to be used without many processing on the computer. So it does exist. If you work JPEG, this is perfect. Okay, there are many filters this way. Obviously there is Wi-Fi. I don't even know why I said, because it's obvious, but well, instead there is Wi-Fi. There is geo-tagging, so you actually can tag your picture, so you actually know where it will be. The camera does time-lapse. It also does panorama. You actually do a panoramic picture this way. I know it's always better to do it on a tripod yourself, all this, but this option exists if you want to do it. The battery lasts for about 340 pictures, which is the average, I think, for this kind of camera, for mirrorless cameras. And now I'm going to do something to speak special about the grip. Okay, what's special of this grip? First, obviously, like most grip, you can actually put 2 batteries in there. Here's only one, but there's space for 2 batteries. And what does it give you? Well, here there is a button here that says normal or boost. Okay, if you're on the normal, it works exactly the same as the rest of the camera. You have vertical, your buttons are there for vertical shooting, all this. But if you're on boost, first, the focusing is a lot faster, and second, instead of 8 raw image per second, you can go up to 11 raw image per second. So even so many pro cameras don't do that. I mean, they get there, but not. This is pro. I mean, I refer to this guy who go with this big Nikon or big Canon, and actually this camera does it. Okay, and also here you have connectors, extra connectors in the grip. Well, if I took it the other way around, easier. Okay, and in there they decided not to open. Yeah, here it is. Okay. In there you have two connectors. One is for headphone. If you're recording video and you want to check the sound, actually you can put your control there. And there's also a power supply connector, because actually the grip comes with a charger. Not a charger, power supply. So actually if you wanted to make some movie the whole day, or you're shooting a lot in a studio, you can actually have your camera plugged into the wall socket and keep shooting forever. Okay. So as you can see, I think the camera does bring, the grip does bring quite a bit. So I think it's worth having it, not just for vertical shooting, although it does add some weight. But if you, I forgot something very important. When you have the grip, the 4K video then is limited to 30 minutes instead of 10. So I think that if you're doing some wedding or whatever, you want to stop making a file, or you want to shoot without stopping, doing 30 minutes in 4K is something extraordinary, I think. Although don't forget, you need the right card to hold all this file, or you have the HDMI, micro HDMI connector anyway in the camera, as well as the external microphone connector. Okay. Well, I forgot to say that you have USB 3 connection, micro HDMI, and microphone connector. Okay. So the camera is really solid. This is magnesium. It's really well built. There is 500 joints to make sure there is no dust, no humidity that gets in there. You can actually shoot from 10 degrees below zero, 10 degrees Celsius below zero. So this is amazing. Okay. So now regarding the buttons, I mean, it's very funny because as I was using the camera, I was complaining like, this, I think it's wrong, and as I was investigating the camera, I found out that they had fixed it. Maybe they heard me in advance saying, whoa, this guy is going to nag again the same way he did about the XproO 2. But actually, no, there are many things that are brilliant. First, what I like is you have everything at hand. Okay, so here you have the speed dial. Here you have the ISO dial. Here you have on the camera you actually have the aperture dial, and then you have the lighting compensation here. Okay, the exposure compensation here. Okay, so as Fuji always does, if you want the camera fully automatic, very easy. You place aperture in A on the barrel, the ISO in A with the A here automatic, and the speed here with A, and then it's fully automatic. If you want semi-automatic, like you want aperture priority, then you take off the A and you put the aperture you want and leave the A on the rest, or you can do all the combination you can imagine. Okay. What I don't like about Fujifilm dials is that they are full, like full stop. Like 8,000 of a second, 4,000 of a second, and if you want the third, you must use one of this wheel, and the same here. Okay, so I think I don't like it, because if I want, for example, I'm on 500 of a second, and I can 1/3 would be 600, and then or 600 something, and then 800 of a second, and then 1,000. No, because it goes up 2/3. Then I have to move the wheel again. Okay. They always do it this way. I don't know why they don't do something easier. No, I don't know, but people don't seem to complain. I must be one of the only one complaining about this. Okay, and second, here at the bottom of the wheel here, of the ISO wheel, you have what would be access to video, to bracketing, to a single shot, to several images per second, panoramic, all this. Okay. And then on the other side, you have the exposure, central spot, ponderate, all this. What I noticed is that when you move them, then the wheel on top may move, I mean the speed or the ISO. So I made some overexposed and underexposed picture because of this. And then I thought, whoa, that's a bit of a problem, this, I'm going to nag about that. And then I realized there is a lock on each dial. So actually don't forget to lock. If you lock like this, well, this way, even if you move at the bottom, the top will not move because it's locked. Okay, this kind of lock exists in many cameras now, but I think this is a really good idea to put it there. especially because if you move the bottom wheel, then it's going to move very often. Okay, here on the side you have you have single, continuous, or manual focusing. Okay, decide there. Then you have a depth of field. What else? Well, you have the quick menu, the famous quick menu by Fuji, that you can actually get everything right and or access all the thing you want. For this, it would be great to have a touchable screen with this quick menu, but you actually just touch where you want to change the thing, so it would be better. Okay, I must say the camera is very solid. It feels really metal. It feels really professional. I think the feeling is great. You feel you can. This is a difference I had with the XproO. The XproO 2, I didn't really like it. I felt like it was not a Leica. It was some kind of digital viewfinder, but also optical. And no, I really didn't like it. I don't think it was practical. Although I think the image quality was brilliant, like everything Fuji film is doing. But I think it was not practical. I think it made you think. It made you, if you have to think to make a picture, if you have to think about anything else on the picture when making a picture, then I think it's a problem. And a camera is something, it's a tool. You must not think where the buttons are. You must know it. It must be really quick, really easy. No, I think especially if some photographers do some wedding photography or sport photography, then it's something that it's immediate. You don't think, you just shoot. Okay, so I think this camera is the best tool Fujifilm has made, far better than all the rest. The X-T1, I really liked it already. The X-T2 is something brilliant. Okay, so would I buy it? Well, I would not buy it because I've got my Olympus. I'm really happy with it, and I don't need more cameras. What I would think they missed, I think they missed. Fujifilm actually made a camera for photographers, not for computer geek. Okay, and this is the difference with the Olympus, that make a camera for photographers, but give the tools that electronic and computing nowadays give us, like the live composite. They actually have the star trail and the town that is properly exposed, both things, without having to make 2 or 3 pictures and then get them together in Photoshop. Okay, so I think Fujifilm didn't use all this wonderful electronic. But on the other hand, you must say, yeah, but you're a photographer, you're not a computer geek, so they made you a tool to make photography. So, and that's true. Okay, so I think, but see, for me, to have both thing of both camera, I mean, the best of both camera would make probably the perfect camera. Okay, but I think this is a great tool. Would I buy it? If I was to buy an APS-C camera, I would surely prefer to buy this than a 7D Mark II by Canon or a 7200 by Nikon. I think this is far better. Maybe the budget is not the same one, but if you need APS-C, this is probably the camera to go. There is no doubt, for me, this is the best APS-C camera there is, and this is the best Fujifilm, no doubt. I think it's even better than many full frame, because many people, they think full frame is pro. I want my full frame, and they not even realize that basic full frame, I mean, full frame are not basic, but an entry-level full frame that they are, like the 610 by Nikon or the 6D by Canon, I think they are behind this, but well behind this. Even the format is not the same one. So no doubt, I prefer to buy this. And if you're a wedding photographer, or this is the tool you would have if you want a Fuji, no doubt this one. Okay, so well, conclusion, that's it. I'll congratulate Fujifilm, the same as I blame them for not doing the best tool they could do with the XproO 2. I congratulate them for this one, which is a brilliant tool. Thank you very much to Photosula for lending me the camera so I could try it for you. Don't forget to visit their website, photosula.com, and also don't forget to visit Fujifilm website because there they have all the specs, maybe something I've forgotten, and you have all the things there. Okay, thank you for watching me. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/ericgibaud. My website, ericgibaud.com. If you have any question, you can send me an email to info@ericgibaud.com. And my Facebook, facebook.com/ericgibaud, my Google plus ericgibaud, my Instagram @gibaud, my Twitter ericgibaud. Thank you very much. And I did not publish yet my 5 tips for September 2016 because I am on the move, but I will do it this month. I will not forget, and you will get my tips for this month. Thank you very much, and see you very soon.